Hi, I'm Jason Corbett from Actors, and this is the Vancouver edition of Records in My Life with northerntransmissions.com.
First album.
I have to mention War Baby, their recent record Death Sweats. They're a fantastic band. They remind me of like Bleach era Nirvana, but in a really good way. It's a huge compliment. Fantastic energy, it's raw, they're a rad band and they're awesome guys. So that's probably one of my favorite records from Vancouver recently. Next record, okay. This one I have to mention, Sex with Strangers record. They have a new record called Discourse, and I had the pleasure of spending months with them recording an EP, and then we jumped into recording this full length, and we just kind of stripped them down and built them back up, and I'm just really proud of the work we did together, and I think people are going to really enjoy the record. It's got elements of new wave, post-punk, but yet it's still Sex with Strangers. So I have to give those guys a plug for that. It's awesome.
Any tracks we should be looking out for?
Nothing comes to mind. That's like I like the record from beginning to end. It's really cool, and they just changed all the song titles on me. Last minute. Another band. I have to say, Red Vienna, Book of Hours. Yeah, I had nothing to do with it. It's a fantastic record. It's like elements of Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, like post-rock, kind of parts of it remind me of the band Quicksand, that fantastic album Slip. There's elements of that, and just great songwriting, really vibey. Every time you kind of think the song's going to change, it kind of rides out a bit longer and you just roll with it. And I think that's one of my favorite records, and it deserves a lot more listens than it's had so far.
I know that record. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So another band I'd like to definitely give a shout out to, Combine the Victorious, and their recent album, Autonomous. Mark Henning, fantastic producer, mixer. He's been really supportive of what I do as a musician over the years. I really admire his work and his longevity in the scene, and they've been making great like electronic dance music with him and his wife, and it's nice to see their career taking them album after album, and this last album is probably their best work, and it's awesome.
Isabel Dunlop, yeah.
Yep, Isabel Dunlop. Yep.
Great singer.
Great singer. And they make a great duo. Because, you know, there's lots of these kind of husband-wife kind of teams popping up you see on the internet, and like, I always hope I'm going to find another good one, but not a lot of them. So kudos to them. It's a fantastic album, and all the releases are good.
All the records in the selection. I'm sure you have a massive collection.
Yeah.
Just give us a quick, maybe top three.
One that comes off the top of my head, Massive Attack, Protection. Something about becoming an adult, being like moving back to the city, having a job, moving out of the house, and like listening to that album, I felt like a man. It was sophisticated, and it wasn't just like some heavy metal record or whatever. And it was the first time I really felt like I moved away from the pack with my friends and just was like, this is mine, you know? And it's brooding and it's delicious, and it's still awesome. I love Massive Attack. Another album that I absolutely love, and you know, everyone's been name-checking David Bowie. Unfortunately, he passed away. But Scary Monsters, everyone's like, I love Low or Ziggy Stardust. Something about Scary Monsters, I feel like he took everything from the whole Berlin trilogy and perfected it with that record. Like Fashion, Ashes to Ashes, the title track, Scary Monsters, there's like an industrial percussiveness to it and great melodies, great songwriting. And if you A/B it with his previous records, sonically, it's a better record too. And I just think it's amazing, you know? And then I have to say, like, The Clash, London Calling. It's probably on so many people's top 3 or 5 or whatever. But when I first heard Joe Strummer singing London Calling, I just, by accident, was a kid, I taped it off the radio. And it just gave me chills. And I went across the street to the mall that was across the street from where I lived, and I had stole money out of my mom's purse. And I went across, I was in grade 6, and I went across the street and I went to A&A Sound. It was not A&B, it was A&A Sound at the mall. And I asked, I said, I want to buy the Clash London Calling. And I remember because it was on a chromo, like the chrome cassette, you know, it was like the nice premium cassette. And the guy behind the counter was like the bus driver from The Simpsons, and he's like, yo, little dude. He's like, great choice, man. And he was like flabbergasted. I was like, I'll buy this, please. And I was like this big, right? But yeah, but that's been with me ever since. I've had it cassette, I've had it on CD, I've had it on record, I've had it on CD again. And it's like, it's fucking amazing. Yeah.
It is a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, I love London Calling.
Yep. That's all I got.